In today's video, we are going to learn about the veteran benefits when moving to Washington State. So if you're a veteran, you're going to want to stick around and learn about some of the great benefits available to you, especially the ones near the end, as they could save you a lot of money. And we are going to get after it right now. If this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in the greater Seattle area, then you're going to want to hit that subscribe button and tap that notification bell so that you'll be the first to know about the real estate market in the greater Seattle area. My name is Jess. My husband Sterling and I are local realtors. Our team gets calls and emails every day from people just like you looking to make their move to the greater Seattle area, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're planning to make the move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We would love to help you make that smooth move to the greater Seattle area. First off, we just wanted to say thank you to all you veterans for the service that you have provided to our country. We have friends and family who are veterans, and we are eternally grateful. So if you are moving from out of state or currently live in Washington State and are thinking about purchasing a home, you're going to want to stick around for this video because there are a lot of things that we're going to uncover. But quick disclaimer, we won't be going over every single veteran benefit that there is for Washington State. However, I have provided a link in the description below in case you want to dive deeper and understand more of those benefits. Okay, so first off are VA loans. And one of the things that is so fantastic about a VA loan is that you can put 0% down, which really is helpful when you are first starting out trying to purchase a home. You don't have to have all of that cash saved up before you can even make a home purchase. So with a typical conventional mortgage, you can go as low as about 3%. Every now and then you can get first-time homebuyer programs that might let you go even lower than that, but it's pretty rare to get that 0% down. But if you're a veteran, that is a fantastic benefit. Another thing is that as a veteran, you don't need PMI or private mortgage insurance if you put down less than 20% on a loan. Again, with conventional financing, if you put anything less than 20% down, you're going to have to pay an added insurance because you're more of a risk to the lender. And so not having to pay that every month can free up a few $100s, and that is also really helpful when trying to factor in and budget for making that home purchase. Another great benefit to the VA loan is that you can use it more than once. So it's not just a one and done type of benefit. You can use it on multiple homes. Now, if you want to use it on more than one home at once, there are a few more restrictions to that. So you will need to check with your lender and make sure that you understand those requirements. Now, all VA loans do require what is called a funding fee. And that funding fee is based off the actual loan amount, not the purchase price. So if you do decide to actually go ahead and put some down payment down, then that funding fee is not going to be off of the actual purchase price off the top. You're going to actually take that reduction in the down payment, and then the fee will come off of that. Now, the fee is changing, and it's also based on how much you decide to put down for your down payment, but it's going to range anywhere from about 1.4 to 2.3% of the actual loan amount. And depending on your disability points, you could get all or part of that waived. If you don't have any disability points, you don't qualify for that, then you just need to be aware that it will be part of your closing costs. It could also be rolled into your loan, or you could negotiate to have your seller pay for it at the closing table. So it comes out of the seller proceeds. So again, these are a lot of different moving parts and things that you will want to make sure that you clarify with your lender so that you don't have any surprises when it comes time to close. If you are in need of a good lender, we have a preferred partner who is fantastic at what she does, and we're happy to get you in touch with her. Okay, so next up we have a rehabilitation or home improvement loan. So prior to 2018, if you wanted to qualify for a VA loan, it was really difficult to buy a home that needed some updating and repairs. The appraisers were very strict and are still very strict when you are just getting a straight regular VA loan. They want to check for things like peeling paint, especially on the outside of the house. They want to make sure that veterans are not going to be stuck with a home where they're going to have to be spending a lot of cash out of pocket once they close to try to fix it up. So prior to 2018, VA buyers were limited on the type of home that they could purchase. However, in 2018, the VA came out with a rehabilitation loan. And what's great about that is it does allow the opportunity to purchase a home that does need some updates, and it allows for those funds for the buyer to use to actually fix it up. The caveat though is that it can take longer upfront to close with a VA rehabilitation loan. And that is simply due to the fact that you have to have everything all planned out right up front. You need to have your contractor picked out. You need to know the work that you're gonna do and have bids for that work. You need to get that approved. So it is gonna take you extra time up front to close on that house. A couple of other things that you need to be aware of is that there is a limit to the amount of funds that you can use to rehab the house. So right now we're looking at around $50,000, give or take a little bit. I have seen some people go up to $75,000, but that was a pretty rare instance with the lender. So for the most part, you are going to be looking around that $50,000 range or under to use the funds to fix up the home. Another thing to know is if you are the type of person who likes to do projects and wants to do the work yourself, this loan will not work for you because it does need to be done by a third-party contractor who is approved. And the last thing you need to be aware of is that it will also need to undergo, when the work is done, it will need to undergo local and state regulations for building codes, which again, that would be normal. You'd want to do that anyway, so that isn't really an added issue or anything, but that is just something to be aware of. Okay, let's talk education benefit. So the GI Bill is a federal education benefit, so you don't necessarily just need to be in Washington State to enjoy that. You can be in any state. However, in Washington State, we do have colleges, community colleges, and universities who are willing to waive all or part of your tuition fees, including textbooks and materials that you need to go to school and further your education. Now, you will need to look into each college, university, or community college specifically, as it does vary. It's not across the board. So you will need to do a little bit of homework to find out where you want to go, what's close to you, and what the benefits are, and make your determination that way. Another great thing is there are a lot of scholarships available as well. And I know scholarships, when people hear that word, they just think of all the paperwork that goes into applying for the scholarship. But if it is going to help alleviate all or a portion of your tuition and supplement getting all of that covered, that's a significant benefit, and it's definitely worth looking into to see if it would be worth your time to go ahead and apply for those scholarships. Are you a veteran who owns a small business, a veteran entrepreneur? Well, in Washington State, you can actually apply to be certified, and what's great about that is a pretty straightforward process to get certified, and then you'll be on a list. And Governor Inslee went ahead and asked all of the Washington State agencies to do about 5% of their purchasing from veterans or service members who own a small business. So you get the added benefit of having more clientele wanting to purchase from you, as well as you can be eligible for the Veterans Linked Deposit Program. And what that does for you is that if you're looking to make a small business loan purchase, you can get the interest rate decreased by about 2%. That's significant. You may not have to pay sales tax on a vehicle purchased in Washington State. And in some cases, if you purchased a vehicle outside of Washington State and are looking to bring it into Washington State to get licensed, if you're a veteran, you can oftentimes get that waived, get that fee waived, which is awesome. Now, there are some specifics to this and details that we're not gonna cover in this video, but again, I do have that link in the notes below in case you wanna look up more of those benefits and see if you can qualify for that. Do you love hunting and fishing and spending time in the great outdoors? Well, in Washington State, the Hunting and Fishing License Department really wants to encourage veterans, especially those with disabilities, to get out and enjoy those things. And they understand that if you have a disability, it's going to present a lot more challenges and you may avoid it because of that. So they have a program where not only will you get your license discounted or paid for entirely, depending on your disability status, but you can often get a companion license as well, so someone can come with you to make it easier on you, and they're getting their license fee covered. Isn't that really cool? Another great thing is that the state and federal parks also often have discounts as well, partial or fully, so that you can enjoy just the natural beauty that we have in our area. As promised in the beginning of the video, if you stick around to the end, I was going to give you 2 veterans benefits that are going to save you the most significant amount of money. And the first one is property tax savings. So Washington State has no state income tax, which that benefits all of us. But specifically for veterans, you can also save on your property taxes. So depending on your disability status, that will depend on how much, whether it's all or part of it, that you can get waived. But what's significant about that is the fact that often you may have a fixed income. However, property taxes continue to go up, and especially over the last couple of years, as we've seen property values appreciate as much as 30%, that really affects the taxes that you have to pay. And if you're used to living on a fixed budget every month, that can really affect you. And so what's really great about Washington State is they do offer that property tax discount. Again, depending on your disability status, will determine how much or how little you can get covered. Okay, and the second veterans benefit that will save you a significant amount of money is probably my favorite one, and it's not talked about very often, but that is the assumable interest rate on a VA loan. And so let's go ahead and break this down. So last year, we saw interest rates as low as the 3%, maybe slightly under depending on the programs. And then it jumped all the way up until the mid 7s. And now we're hovering right around the 6% mark, which that really affects your monthly payment, right? So with this benefit, if you are looking to make a home purchase and you find a home and it currently has a loan on it, a VA loan at a low interest rate, you can actually assume that same interest rate if you go to purchase it. Now, you still need to be able to qualify for the home, but you can actually take advantage of that low interest rate, and that's a huge, significant amount of savings on your monthly mortgage payment. So that's why this one is one of my favorites, and it's something that isn't really talked about very often. But we do have some clients who do have a VA loan on their home, and they locked in around the 2.8% mark. So when they go to sell in the future, that is definitely something that we are going to advertise, as another veteran can take advantage of that low interest rate. Again, we want to thank you for your service. It is greatly appreciated. And if you are moving to Seattle or thinking of moving here, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We would love to help you make that smooth move. And until next time, we hope to see you around town.